Hello. It's Friday tea time. At last. How is everyone today? I see our craft has found the teacup unlock. Oh, thank you, Jack, for turning just at the right angle for the camera. Good work. I hope everyone is doing well. I am okay. I am just slightly harassed and behind in everything. Although, to be fair, that's not really true. It's more like everything is off schedule and my laptop keeps crashing. So, here we are. 36 minutes late. Hello, Valkyrie. Arcraft, Figment's mate, get to know nature. Unicorn, Duke. Oh, the laptop has been dying for some time. There's a new laptop in the mail. It says it will arrive on the 30th. So, we may have to skip Monday's stream again this coming week. Because I can deal with my laptop just not working for the weekend. But I have things that must be done. And streaming makes it crash more. For those that are curious about why, and I think I've said this on stream before, the graphics card is no longer supported by the operating system, but the operating system is required to run all of the Adobe products, which I use for my job. So, it's a catch-22 of new laptop. Also, it turns out when you order a new laptop during a global pandemic, it takes some time. So, I ordered it not quite a week ago, and it will arrive in not quite a week. So, anyway, it will be big and shiny and have all of the RAM. And I think the first thing we'll do is play Subnautica and check in on our friend Gary, because I don't know that we've ever streamed Subnautica like at speed without the jankiness that's caused by the fact that my graphics card doesn't have GPU acceleration that works anymore. So we might just play Subnautica to see the glory that is it running at full speed and full resolution. I don't know, I think I played it a little bit off screen from you guys. I think. I don't remember now. It's fine. It's all about building a home for Gary. It'll be fine. I'm looking at pigeon pictures in the other window. Is what's going on while I chat with you. Anyway, I'm excited about a new laptop. So excited. And I cannot wait. And in the meantime, as you may recall, we did not finish the magical bird D&D birds. We still had to do the Cleric. Yes, Arcraft shipping is all screwed up these days. And yeah, I'm not, they're like, oh, it's contactless shipping. And I'm like, it's a multi-$1,000 laptop. Please don't just leave it on my porch. Like, I don't know, text me or something. I'm not comfortable with this plan. I would like to have it immediately upon its arrival at my house. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, let's just doodle some pigeons. Hello, Auntie Shepherd. Let's see. We've got the pigeons. Pigeons have this shape going on, which I love. So I'm doing one of the fancy ones with their little tail feathers. Also, pigeons have bright red feet, which is pretty great. So it looks like I forgot. It looks like I put a teacup for the 1-bit cheer. So if you want a teacup like our craft, that's 1 bit. 100 bits is the unicorn with the stabby horn. And then I think the next one up is 1,000 bits, like a crazy person. And that. Okay, that's another quail. It's a hidden secret quail. I made it hard to get. I don't know why. Because I thought it was a better reward than a teacup, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking when I did it. It was probably late at night. But again, thanks to everyone who pitched in and helped us unlock all of these emojis. Well, okay, one of those emojis is tier 2. Boba tea is tier 2. Oh no, you gave Bob Ross your Prime subscriptions, Auntie Shepherd. That's fair. It's a pretty great channel. So there's Fancy Pigeon. There's Normal Pigeon. What's a good normal pigeon pose? That's kind of a good normal pigeon. Normal pigeons sort of they're always like slightly concerned. So they have a tendency to look up more. You know, city pigeons. They've got reasons to worry. Arcraft, my Prime sub always goes to Hannah as well. Fun fact. 'Cause I can't subscribe to myself, but I can subscribe to Hannah. Oh, the app. I wonder if we talk shit about the Twitch app for long enough, if they'll notice and fix it. Probably not. That was your rare curse word on this stream. I apologize. Sorry, Mom. It won't happen. It won't happen again for a while. I've just already restarted my laptop twice today and had to uninstall and reinstall MusicBot. So it's been a day. It's been a day and I don't wake up until mid-afternoon. So oh, Arcraft says they'll probably change the terms of service to make us stop. Yeah, right? Channel's been flagged for talking smack about Twitch. So pigeons. Piglets, are there other? Okay, there are sillier pigeons, I must say. I don't know if you've ever seen photos of oh no, not Pinterest. No one ever wants to load Pinterest. There we go. If you've ever, I don't need to invent a silly pigeon, Auntie Shepherd. They've been invented. They've all. I don't know that I can be better than. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can do justice to the I have a rough pigeon here. It's such a such a thing. Such a I am the prettiest pigeon in the ball look. what is this variety called? Because I feel that you should all Google it as well. Ah, the Jacobin pigeon. That's a strange choice. I don't know that I would have gone with Jacobin, but okay. Sure. That you can all look at the amazing fashionness that is the Jacobin pigeon. Sorry, the European big hood Jacobin pigeon. Specifically. It's true. It's like when our craft says pretty much every animal that's been domesticated for long enough has been bred into crazy aesthetic varieties. Yeah, it's like we get bored after the first few hundred years of like the dog or the pigeon or the goat, and we think, how can we make it weird though? So Valkyrie has no idea what I'm saying right now. But I see Get to Know Nature has Googled the Jacobin pigeon. Good. Just like there's basically this shape. And then inside that there's like a little pigeon head. And then like a little pigeon body. It's just hang on, its pigeon body goes more like that. It's just the most. It's such a pigeon. Oh, I see we've got some bots. I'll just delete those. Fun. Yeah, how can we make the least aerodynamic? A pigeon that can serve none of the pigeon purposes. But you see, then there's also, but what kind of pigeon are you? But see, then there's also like a world full of incredibly fancy pigeons that are not domesticated, like the Nicobar pigeon, which you should also Google. Nicobar, Nicobar. It's gonna have a sword, Auntie Shepherd. Don't worry, it's a cleric. Clerics hit things with weapons and heal people. So then the Nicobar pigeon is fancy in its own way. It's got kind of a fancy hairdo. And then a nice green body. Oh. Ah. I see what's happened. So I just glanced I just glanced at the chat and saw the word sword and misread it. Jacobin pigeon is it's also good for ornament. Yeah, it's decorative. It's a decorative pigeon. Is the Jacobin pigeon. So, you know, not to shortchange the world's other pigeons here. Oh, that's a good sort of, yeah, there we go. Do another quick pose here. Auntie Shepherd, I do not know on the fly how to make you a moderator while I'm streaming. I would have to look it up again. I'm afraid. It's buried somewhere in the sort of settings analytics-y screens. Hello, Frymaster127. Welcome to the stream. Right, so let's see, other pigeons. Oh, the crowned pigeon. We need to talk about the crowned pigeon while we're talking about fancy pigeons. There's a good full body. We've reached the point in the stream where I arbitrarily make the canvas bigger. Alright, so there's crowned pigeons. Our craft says apparently the German names for the Nicobar pigeon translates to collared pigeon and maned pigeon, and maned pigeon kind of makes sense. So, I mean, the crowned pigeon has like a lacy crown going on. It's really hard to quickly draw. But it's sort of like a peacock tail. Similar sense of visual anyway. But they also have dramatic eyeliner, which is a point in their favor. And red eyes. And otherwise, our lovely blue color. But their main bonus feature is the so each of the feathers is kind of like this, right? It goes like that, and then it's got sort of like a peacock end, and then like really fine filaments running all the way down. But then there's like a million of them. Yeah, the fancy ones do feel a little bit. I mean, but it depends on the cleric, right? You know, it could be a cleric from a church that has a Catholic-like sense of its decoration. We don't have a peacock D&D bird, actually. So anyway, cleric got some options, but it looks like we have one vote for normal old pigeon. Because we said it would be a pigeon. Well, it was a pigeon cleric. Did we have another thing? We did the Shrike necromancer. That's right. There was going to be a battle. I had a plan. I'm glad I remembered that. I almost typed Shrike and necromancer into my search bar, like that was gonna help me. Like if I googled it, it would already exist. So does anyone else have any votes for cleric pigeons? Hello, Mitchie UK. I got it. Cool. Sorry, I'm not great with usernames, everyone. We're voting for what pigeon will be a D&D cleric is what we're voting for. Welcome to the stream. We have fancy and normal. If you'd like to know specifically, this is a regular pigeon. This is, I don't remember what it's called. It's the one with the fantails. This one's a Jacobin. These two are Jacobin hooded pigeons. This is a Nico pigeon, and this one is a Victoria crowned pigeon. And so far, the only vote that's been cast is for the regular pigeon. I am certain that somehow, somewhere, I can make a poll. Can I make a poll? You know what? Hannah told me to, my moderator taught me how to make a poll and I've forgotten. So we're just gonna have you shout answers in the chat like usual. Sorry. Oh, got some cleric shade from Mitchie UK here. You say they're dull, but you'll care when all of your party have like 3 hit points left. Auntie Shepherd, voting a second time in all caps does not make your vote count more. Figment's made. Also plain pigeon. Unicorn Duke Iridas. Okay, plain pigeon. Cool. The vote has been cast. The vote has been cast, and our cleric is just a regular old pigeon. Just a normal plain pigeon. Doing pigeon things. Like casting healing hands. Okay. What? I'm gonna... Oh wait, is this gonna make me sad? It might make me sad. Nope, it's fine. Good. Just, there we go. Over here, we have... So let's see. Healing feathers, yes. Healing wings, healing feathers. Healing feats. Do you step on your friends as a bird to heal them? All right, let's give ourselves the basic shape here. And shouting something. I don't know what. We'll figure it out later. There's like a line there. Well, I made that less clear as I went. Neat. Not my intention. Okay. I mean, in fairness, we just see a lot of pigeons, so we take them for granted, but they're actually not that plain. Like, they're surprisingly fancy. All things considered. Collared dove. That's actually, it's a good one. Healing toes. Arcross says, I think we came to the consensus that we just don't talk about how exactly these birds have hands. It's true. It's true. We don't. We have. I refuse to explain or put any thought into how wings are hands. I maintain that it is not my problem. It just is, and everyone has to accept it. That's just how it goes. So this is our base pigeon. I think this is a little bit big. That's a little bit better. There we go. Tidy that up, and now. Oh, Mitchie UK is new. And you know what a new person in chat means. Oops. Oh, hey, look at that. I accidentally saved. Well, that's a good thing. Let's put you in... There we go. Nope, not like that. Hang on. Haha. Accidental saving of a file that I had never saved before. That's your job, chat. Your job is to make me save. Right, so because we have a new person, we get to pull out all of the old bird D&D stuff. All right, let's I think we're gonna, for now, I'm gonna skip the villains, and I'm just gonna pull out the heroes. Or at least the hero-ish. The player characters, we'll call them. Okay. It's time. It's time to show off all the old bird D&D stuff again. So, most recently, we did a stream with the magic classes. So we have the sorcerer, the wizard, and the warlock. And the cleric is the extension of the magic. Am I behind? I can't see OBS anymore. I think I'm behind the cat there. Let's get us all on screen. So these are the magic users: a secretary bird, a sorcerer with a very fancy outfit because charisma, the flamingo wizard, and the Carolina Wren warlock signing a contract with a millipede demon. That was the request, specifically a millipede demon. So So the yeah, the Wren is pretty amazing. Then let's see, we've got a flycatcher rogue. That one's basically self-indulgent. That one's for me. And a Bob White quail fighter with Landsknecht gear. Let's see. Oops, I've missed. Oh, are they not? They're not in the. They're not in the folder. Then we've got. Let's see. Then we've got so many. There are so many. Then we've got a bin chicken ranger, a hummingbird barbarian, a less popular paladin class death quail, and a kakapo druid. I love him. He is so soft and lovable. Oops, get you in there. Bin chicken, yes. The hummingbird hummingbirds are obviously barbarians. Oh, Jack has gone for snacks. Cat has gone for snacks. And then, what started this thing that started it all? We have the Quailadin, the paladin, the quail paladin, and the Potu bard. And that was the beginning of bird D&D. This is the history of bird D&D on Sarah with T's Twitch channel. There's lore for the Quailadin, like a lot of lore for the Quailadin at this point. And it all started because someone, Hannacombe, my moderator, said Potu Bard while I was sculpting something during a stream, and I just died laughing and could never get past it. So then I went on a journey, and it's a thing now. It's just a thing forever. If there was gonna be a player character, this would be my player character. That's how it is. But weird fact, this one's my mom's favorite. So that should explain some things about me. And yeah, every once in a while, it's good to go back and show all of the bird D&D history, because obviously these streams are like 3 hours long, and not everyone sees everyone, and should not be required to see what's going on. But bird D&D is like a running joke, I guess, or a theme. I don't know. Now that we've started it and I've got the folder open, we've also got enemies. There's villains. Ah yes, Arcraft, the chronicler of bird D&D at this point. There's villains. There's the Murmuration, which is a starling cult, and our classy maybe anti-hero, Alejandro the pirate, the macaroni penguin pirate. That's a strange sentence to say out loud. Yeah, starlings. You can't exactly. Mitchie UK knows what's going on. Starlings, you can't trust them. Also, a group of them is called the Murmuration, which just sounds like a cult. Yeah, Angela's Folly. Yes, I've been dive bombed by hummingbirds as I was trying to like take down the feeder to refill it. So I'm firmly on the side that hummingbirds are angry, tiny little barbarians, just screaming at me and like diving, like they're totally willing to take me on. I feel the need to point out that Alejandro has tiny skull buttons and a fish skeleton brooch. I forgot until just now as I was looking at it that I did that. So I'm sharing it with you again, because I'm proud of myself. So, Alejandro, the murmuration is the Starling cult. Someone demanded fractals on their robes, and I don't remember why or who, but I remember sighing and trying to draw fractals. And here we are with this very well-meaning. Oh, look, the cat's back. Good job. Back on camera. Are you gonna lay down? Oh, okay. So. Oh, music bot. We don't want depression. This is Bird D&D. You're just gonna have to move on to something. Oh, good. The next one. The next one is gonna come up in a second, and you'll see why I'm like, oh, really? Yeah, he has to clean before he goes back to sleep. So I guess Lost Souls is better than depression, but not by much. All right, Cleric. We'll just Google Cleric. Let's see what other people picture when they do clerics. Yeah, kind of generic armor, like a white tabard thing going on. Oh, amulets. They seem to be into amulets. It's true. It's true. It's a little bit dark. It is the ambient station, so I guess sometimes ambient is you know, inside an abandoned castle full of ghosts or something. So clerics seem to have sort of bludgeony weapons, like maces, for some reason. Maybe because that's what the class demands. Hang on. I will look it up. It does not. That did not help. I got a bunch of pictures of maces though. I mean, we've got it should be an interesting weapon. We've got. To be fair, we don't really have a mace, but a pigeon with a mace seems silly somehow. I don't know. We have a flail, but I don't know, like maybe one of sort of like the sort of the stabby ones, you know? Thusly. A pigeon with mace sounds very New York City. Oh no. Oh, yeah, they oh dear. Figment's made that joke was so good, Tirimus had to reply in chat. So we've got, I mean, there's, what else could we, it could be, oh, if it was a dove, Angelus Fall, I would suggest a morning star. Oh, right, Arcraft, that's right. There's a thing, it was either, it could have been Mouse Girl, it could have been Hannah, either our medieval history buffs, but cleric or not, clergy are not supposed to spill blood, so they hit people with clubs, basically. That is a true history fact. Oh, Auntie Shepherd says false with an exclamation point, but I'm not sure what the follow-up is. Possibly we're wrong. Oh, that was a myth because Bishop Odo carried one. Fun. You say it was a myth. Maybe he was just telling people that. Maybe that was his excuse. Well, we've learned something new today. Priests. Auntie Shepherd says priests could in fact stab people if they wanted. Good to know. I was just wanting to do a weapon that we hadn't done before in Bird D&D. You know? Something a little different. Oops. Ah, right. They require a holy symbol. Yes. Can we tell that I do not play clerics? I do not play the healer. I should sometime. I should branch out. Stop being selfish. And play a support character. Holy stabbings, godly stabbings. I kind of like this shape. This feels a little bit too diamondy. So something like that shape. Also, I feel like we need some magiciness. So let's do some magicness. So we'll have a wing out and like I think we'll be turning undead is what we'll be doing. No, turning away the you know what I mean. Turning away the undead, not turning things into undead. It's a weird spell. Oh, Angela's Folly, you missed the voting. We had a page of pigeons. Of a variety of pigeons, but everyone voted for regular pigeon. What's the pigeon holy symbol look like, friends? Because it's gonna be like here. Floating and glowing. You know? So what does a corn kernel of pretzel? Garbage. Great. Okay. The Holy Order of the Pretzel, I don't know. Oh no. I was so sure I knew how to draw a pretzel and then yeah, okay. I was like, no, I know this. I know what pretzels look like. I had a moment where I did not know what pretzels look like. Okay, that's a little bit, hang on. we have to work this out with the mace over here. Let's. You make a pretzel by doing that. Yes, I've made pretzels before. I'm not saying they turned out well, but I made them. Pretzels for me fall into the category of food of I've made this and I have regrets. This would have been better had I purchased it. Some food is too much work to make at home. Pretzels are one of those things, I feel. Arcraft attempting to do what I am bad at. And point out that if you support me on Patreon for $5 a month, you can demand I draw things. It's called the Sketch Request patron level. And at that level, you can just be like, you have to draw a thing. That's what you have to draw now. Sometimes I'll do a live sketch request thing. You've probably, if you've been around for a while, remember some of them. Sometimes I do a video in private and put it up on the patron page. Sometimes I do a whole stream on just one request. For example, they might be Scientist is a $5 level patron. Well, actually, so they requested the unicorn with baby goats was one of their sketch requests. Tirama says pretzels are like bicycles for me. I know what shape they are, but danged if I can draw one from memory. Yeah, I've drawn a lot of bicycles in my career for some reason. And I still, like, there's a seat and, like, bars and nope, still nothing. A vulture request. Right, where pretzel. So we have to make the pretzel fancy. So hang on. I've just gotta it's all kind of it's kind of not work looking. What's the best way to make a pretzel into an amulet? Maybe just a free floating pretzel. Maybe the best way to make a pretzel an amulet is to wrap a chain through it. That could be the best way to make a pretzel an amulet, frankly. Now that I think about it. Oh, Get to Know Nature is going for a walk. See you later, Get to Know Nature. Just reading back up in chat. Oh, scroll attached to the leg. Oh, nice. Carrier pigeons. Let's see. What else did I miss? Scroll pigeons. Yes, good. I've caught up. Caught back up with chat. Oh, right. 2 triangles. But where did it's... Is that... Oh, wait. Maybe the triangles go like that. Still got nothing. Right, so Just take you. No, what tool was that even? Make it like just a little bit too big. Like just a little bit oversized. No. Stop it. Still haven't found that setting. There we go. Then the chain actually needs to kind of follow that arc. And then we will erase this. There. Pretzel. Good. Yeah, I feel like that's what I just drew. Artcraft is attempting to describe a bicycle. It's just sort of a general rouleau going on here. And then let's see. Holding a mace at your side. No, that's a little bit not aggressive enough. Where, how mace? There. Kind of. Again, refusing to describe how wings are also hands. Unimportant. It's passenger pigeons that are extinct. I believe carrier pigeons continue to exist as a domesticated breed. Angela's Folly? No, Auntie Shepherd, the cleric cannot be riding a bicycle. I refuse. This is fun time for me. I don't want to draw a bicycle. Not for real. Okay, let's... I want to... That's not the right layer. Nope. Nope. There, maybe like... Maybe... Maybe we'll do something like that. Bring this forward a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, that's a little bit more dramatic. Okay. Auntie Shepherd says, I have had a day in all caps, and I say, I have too. Artcraft says, carrier pigeons ran afoul with what we discussed earlier and became a show breed that is selected for looks rather than utility. And 32 pigeons won the Dickin Medal for Bravery in World War II. Ran afoul. Oh no. Angela's Felly, I like it. Angela's Felly says, I was in a campaign where we didn't have a cleric, but we did have a bard pretending to be a cleric for the opening campaign arc. Sounds like a good campaign to me. So now pigeon cleric robes. Cleric. I feel like I'm gonna regret it if I don't work this wing out a little bit better. So let's tidy it up. Let's see. He was a faith healer. Oh no, the bard was a faith healer. I guess racing pigeons are probably the best bet for carrying messages these days. True. I was briefly obsessed with the idea of having pigeons as a child. Like homing pigeons. I say briefly, I did a lot of research. I never really did anything by halves. Nope, I made it worse. Cool. Well, anyway. Robes. Let's see what the pit. We've decided that the emblem is the pretzel. So I'm going with kind of the belted tabard kind of look, I think. Proper robes with a holy emblem. Because that was a bad take on a pretzel. Ah, Friday tea time, causing me to say sentences that I never thought I would say out loud. All pigeons are homing pigeons. Well, except for that one that showed up at Unicorn Duke's barn. Oh, let's see. The holy emblem is like a glowing pretzel. It's like a pretzel inside of like a sun starburst thing, I think. Is the And then I'm gonna regret doing this, but it's like linked pretzels all the way around. That's confusing looking. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I've got a stabby end on both ends of the mace because, you know. Sometimes bludgeoning isn't enough. Good. Someday I will run a bird D&D campaign, or at least mini arc. Oh, the little bird and a little. That's perfect. Harcraft having God's message tied to his leg would be hilarious, though. Every time he wants to turn undead, he has to hop on one leg and wave his foot at them. That's actually. I mean, I don't know if it's what does the magic, but we're definitely. You've convinced me to tie a scroll to the pigeon's leg for sure. Just tie it on there. Bludgeoning isn't always enough. It's true. I'm just gonna... Ah, it's that layer. Just gonna do a little bit of... There we go. Alright. Pigeon. I'm just gonna... Which layer is that even? Oh, it's multiple layers. Of course it is. Of course it is. There we go. Just wanna shift you there. Okay. Now, on the other side. Auntie Shepherd has a pattern for a wee pigeon backpack you can use to send a memory card. Send a big enough memory card and pigeons would have higher bandwidth than the internet at Dog Skull. Oh no. Oh, Figment's made it's true. She doesn't understand English. I mean, you know. More stabby ends are the best. True. Oh, what Angela's Folly has written as a thing. Okay, let's... Be the salt on the bread. Be the mustard or... be the... I think it's be thy mustard or cheese. No, be the mustard... no, it'd be thee. Be the mustard or cheese, thou provide flavor to the lives of thine brethren. Old English is confusing and weird. Let's try it fully. Okay. Be the salt on the bread. Be thee the mustard or cheese. Thou provideth flavor to the lives of thine brethren. There we go. That was the easiest to say anyway. Right. Pigeon. Now, there was another thing that we didn't do. And it was another villain. Villainish. And I think it's appropriate for this particular moment. For this general situation. That request was for the world's most terrifying small bird. The world's most terrifying small bird is the Shrike. Bread. I just got the pun. Brethren. Wait, hold up. Everybody stop. Arcraft says IP over avian carriers is actually a thing. And I don't know that I believe him. There is a standard in everything. Oh no. Oh, there's a Wikipedia entry. It is a real thing. If Wikipedia says it, it must be true. I'm looking at Shrike photos and reading your reading your chats. We're having a little chat break while I plan. Okay, I think I have a plan. I have a plan. It's a good plan, I promise. So over here, and he's gonna be little, not like tiny little, but like, you know, smaller. Smaller than the pigeon. Tail. And then this foot is up, creating some thorny, stabby vines. Yes, necromancer. It's a Shrike necromancer. If you don't know about Shrikes, if you don't know about Shrikes, they're carnivores, and they're famous for impaling their prey. Yes, Mitchie UK Shrikes are the ones that impale their prey on thorns and twigs, and then snack on them there. So, you know, they were brought up as a necromancer possibility, and that seemed like appropriate, you know? That was, yeah, as you do. Yeah. Also barbed wire, which is handy. It's like thorns, but more regular. So, you know. Also, they've got this kind of mask on already. So, kind of having okay, I want 1 foot on the vine, like holding it. Alternate bird ideas: bird food trucks, which would be called the Shrike Kebabs. That's the name of their food truck. Oh, I love it. Angela's Valley says Shrikes just like to preserve their food. Yeah, it's a fair process. But but it also makes them a really good necromancer candidate. Okay, I think you're a little small. We'll just and then I think you need to be leaning forward a little bit more. Need to be more into this fight. Oops. Thank you, Photoshop, for all of your warnings. And then I don't know, how should we? Like I kind of just what's a good threatening necromancy gesture? I feel like you just like you raise the dead, right? So it's actually just that. I would think of other bird cuisines. It's true. Not all shrikes are necromancers, after all. Now. I did a sort of a swashbuckly rogue flycatcher. Let's bring that up again because I like it. Because it's for me. It's a vermilion flycatcher, which is my favorite bird. That's right, I have a favorite bird out of all of the birds in the world. So this is the sort of swashbuckly rogue. We don't really have a thief, classic, hidey, sneaky rogue. We have this very fancy vermilion flycatcher instead. I love him. I love him so. Right. Now. Necromancers always seem to be in robes. So he's thrown his hood back. There's like a skull, obviously. And then, I don't know, some like finger bones. The equivalent, the bird equivalent of wing bones, I guess. The bird equivalent of small bones. And then a belt woven from stabby thorn material. Just to be extra. You know, just to be extra. Okay. Yeah, they do seem impractical, but necromancers always seem to be wearing them. Maybe they just don't mind. So now we need now we need a zombie. I'm sorry, everyone. This is what This is what happens. The end game here is a zombie. So how awful should we be here? Because yeah, there's the like a beetle zombie. But they also murder other birds. So it could be like a skeleton. It could be like a shambling bird skeleton. Shambling bird skeleton. Let's. Because the fun thing about bird skeletons they're hilariously complicated, but so there's like they're hilariously complicated, but actually there's not a whole lot there. Like they've got like a tiny hip, and then feet, and then have their feet sticking out in all which directions, and then their wings are just like nothing. So on the one hand, scary. On the other hand, it's just not that threatening. Yeah, it's a it's an angry bird skeleton. Kind of bring that up to. Oops, let's bring it up to the level of everybody standing there. And then the idea is that. Hang on, I'm just gonna. The idea is that the power is coming from the spikes, but I don't know if I can communicate that without it looking like the spikes are trapping it. Which is the opposite of what's going on. So I don't know. That might not work. Yeah, bird skeletons are weird and naked. And the wings are like small and stabby and like horrifying. I mean, if you were a bird, seeing this would really really freak you out, I assume. Ah, Unicorn Duke has a good idea. That might help clarify. Depicting magic is hard. Yeah, that works. Google. Google. No, I'm not going to Google featherless chicken. I know better. Thank you, Unicorn Duke. This was a good call. It adds the connection and the summoning creepy factor without making it confusing. And they're like mimicking each other's like weird gesture. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Just make my battleground a little wider here. All of chat. All of chat. Did I not say out loud just now, no, I will not Google featherless chicken, I know better? Did you all Google featherless chicken? It sounds like you all Googled featherless chicken. At least it sounds like rcraft did, because rcraft has said why question mark exclamation mark question mark in caps. Oh good, get to know nature and restrain themselves. Good. Everyone refused to Google featherless chicken. It's horrifying. Let's. Yes.
I was walking one day when I happened upon an old man.
So. This is our little scene. This was what I was planning. Felt like cleric fighting necromancer was the order of the day. So it's I think we're ready to make some bold inking choices. But it is it's almost 5, so I'm going to take a quick break to refill my tea. Because we're going to go a little bit late because we started a little bit late. So this is the halfway-ish point.
How do I know that you exist? He asked.
And then when I come back, I'll make bold inking choices with my favorite brush, Mr. Natural. I will put up my break time banner, leave you my cat, Cam, so you can watch him dream and flick his ear at the curtain, which is just resting gently against his ear and causing him much irritation.
After a moment of thought, I spoke.
And I will be back in a few minutes.
You don't any more than I know that you do.
In the meantime, please discuss what causes a shrike to turn to necromancy instead of food trucks. And I will see you very soon. And back. Ah, I see that we've animated the dead in order to work the fryer at the food truck. Seems fair. then they attack a health inspector with some zombies. Oh dear. That does seem very unsanitary. I wonder they had to attack the health inspector. Oh, I see. At some point, my cat got distressed that I stood up and almost left, but then there was a sunbeam and he stayed. Okay. Are you a new layer? You are a new layer. Let's make sure all of the old layers are out of my way. And save. And everyone's favorite brush, well, I don't know if it's everyone's favorite brush, it's mine. Mr. Natural. Mr. Natural. Okay. Pigeon. Back to our cleric. Let's make Mr. Natural slightly smaller. Our very good pigeon. Good in the clerical sense, like, you know, moral, well behaved. I don't, you know, holy, our holy pigeon. Oh, good. The Shrike has inspired Angela's Folly to multi-class into necromancer. Druid necromancer. Yeah, I don't. Mr. Natural emoji, but yeah, it sounds like nothing so much as as a naked man is what the name evokes. Good morning. They might be scientists. Welcome to Friday Tea Time. We started about half an hour late, so it was a good day to choose to have a nice sleep in. I'm glad that you got a good sleep in. Oof. Work crunch. All of my projects right now are largely in the we have to talk about this phase. Which, fun fact, is the phase that makes me late for anything. Because the work on this phase is almost always in the middle of my night, because that's when I like to work. But if we've got to talk about it, we've got to do it in the afternoon. Yeah, Angela Spalley says, ew, communication. Yeah, communication is a big part of the job. I mean, actually, as an artist, I guess communication is the whole of the job, really, when you get right down to it. But yeah, as I told Auntie Shepherd recently, a big part of my job is to listen to someone describe something to me and then figure out what they actually meant. Big part of my job is trying to figure out what you actually want when you describe a thing. Also, yes, thank you, our craft, for the delicious box of candies and tea and chocolate and 1 bar of soap that I did not eat. Mitchie UK works for local government and feels my pain. Yeah, it's very like that. Did you, Auntie Shepherd solicited pet photos on Twitter, I assume, is what happened there? Because I know that the time that I did that, Twitter was like, this is what we've been waiting for. We've been training for this day our whole lives. We've been waiting for you to ask us to cheer you up with pet photos. It's what we've been living for this whole time. We're so ready. You have no idea. I am self-employed. I do not have a government job, but I have worked for government in my self-employed status. Yeah, basically, it's watching a non-artist attempt to explain an art thing they want done, and then telling them what they actually want. Parsing that description and making it the thing they actually want / need. Which is a separate skill, I find. Auntie Shepherd says, "Look, I've had a day and now I have nice." I mean, no, I was not mocking the thing. I was extremely excited to have hundreds of people send me pet photos when I asked. It was just such a reaction, like the whole internet's just waiting for you to ask. It was so beautiful, like just everyone's pet, like just all of Twitter is just waiting for someone to be like, I need your pet photos. They're just there, awaiting their moment to be a hero. Chat, I have to draw a lot of chain and I have regrets. I've done this to myself and I have regrets. So we're gonna start cheating. Seems fine. Auntie Shepherd says, yes, I asked 20 minutes ago and people are all, this is my moment. So of course I have to look at every single one and like it. Yeah, that's it. Like that's the thing. It got to the point where I was like, oh no, I'm spending a lot of time keeping up with the pet photos. Angela's Fall 8 has just said one of the best sort of distillations of that whole thing, which is, yeah, just like that, but completely different. No, I cannot articulate exactly how. There's a whole skill at like essentially guiding someone who's not a visual thinker to give you the information that you need to make the thing they want. It's actually much harder with people who think they're visual thinkers, but aren't. People who have distinct ideas of what they want, but they are incorrect. Because that's a whole separate thing. Then you have to somehow convince someone that they're wrong without just being like, that's a bad idea. Because you can't just tell a client, that's a bad idea. That's not what you, no, don't do that. That's a bad idea. I mean, some clients you can, but mostly you can't. Mostly you have to find ways to, like sheep, politely guide them towards what's best for them. Without offending anyone along the way. So, fun chain fact. Basically, this rectangle thing that I'm doing is a cheap, fast way to kind of fake a chain. Is rectangles stacked like that. Just gonna save. Sorry, that's getting there. Oh, you know what this pretzel needs? You may not agree with me, but I think the pretzel needs gemstones. Let's see if I can make the gemstones clear. Is that working? Yeah, that's pretty good. That feels like set gems. You know, it's a holy symbol. It should be. It should have salt. Yeah, big salty gems. Exactly, Figments. They're not like, they're just like quartz. They're just like quartz. But yeah, your pretzel needs salt, obviously. So I'll make sure that that's on there. Give it a kind of a glow. And yeah, magic pretzel. Oh, let's try and remember what size I did here for, I think, yeah. Now, this is like a stitched on pretzel. But it's got like seed beads stitched on for salt. So don't worry. It's also salty. There. It's not a classic. That's a. Thank you, Sparklefish. It's one classy pretzel necklace. And then the sort of sunburst is, you know, classy medieval sun lines, embroidery lines. Because of course it is. Oops, that was a bit much. Pretzels. Oh no, the pretzel's covered in brine stones. Oh, it's a salty pun. It's a salty, salty pun. I maintain that a significant portion of art streaming is just yes-anding chat's improv. That it's my job, if you say pretzel, to like make it the most pretzel. Salt dazzled, yes. Sparklefish. Whenever you order a pretzel, I'll be like, I want it salt dazzled. I need it bedazzled with some large grain salt, not small grain salt. It's true. D&D is improv plus statistics. That is such a fancy pretzel. Such a fancy embroidered pretzel. Oh, what was this about? I'm gonna do like fake embroidery for it. I say what was it about? I know what it was about. I did it. It's an ever-ending pretzel loop. I'm just not sure if it works visually as an ever-ending pretzel loop. No, it kind of does. Okay, I'm coming around. I'm coming around to it as I do it. Oh no, which reminds me I need to DM. I need our DM to remind our DM regarding my fighter and her patricidal goals. Oh dear. Sparkle for I keep wanting to say sparkle for fish because that's how my brain is parsing it. We have a quailadin, a quail paladin. Whoever watches this on YouTube is going to be like, "Why are you showing everyone the birds again?" But because it was requested, and I care, I'll bring that up. So we've got a quailadin, the quail paladin. There's a whole order. They have multiple branches. Multiple branches of their order. Their patron is the Hen of Grasses. And if you look, there's definitely a clip in my history of me reading a prayer that chat wrote to the Hen of Grasses. So we've worked on the lore. I feel I'm spending too much time on this belt, but it is what it is. It is what it is, and when I zoom out, I feel like I don't regret it, so. Just carries horseradish for healing. It burns, that's how it works. Oh no. A healing potion that's German mustard. Someday I'll run a bird D&D game on stream. Which will be which will be traumatic for all of us. Because I don't really DM games. That much. So why not do it live on the internet? I say. They might be signs that says they did prove somewhere that humans don't believe medicine will work unless it tastes gnarly or has some sort of sensation. Interesting. Ah, yes, this mace. You know what? Let's just work on that mace because I'm pretty excited about. Well, I'm not excited about how this sketch is completely off center, but it's a sketch. It's fine. I know what I meant, basically, and I'm finding the shape really really pleasing. I need to a little bit of foreshortening there. There we go. I'm just finding the sort of mace shape. Nice. It has a pleasing form. If I can fix my sketch where I just did not care about the angles at all. It's fine. Look at the curve I did it. It's fine. It's all fine. Oops. Surveillance drone. Oh goodness. Pretzel. Getting a little. Music bot's getting a little AI overlordish going on here. It's mad that I had to delete it and reinstall it again. But I can't help it. If it wouldn't randomly stop working. I emailed MusicBot's customer support being like, I want to pay for your service. I want the good paid service, but not if your app is so unstable that it stops working every 5 or 6 streams. Could you explain? And they have not replied. So possibly they cannot explain. But I really like the music channels and the selections and the artists they have on here. I just want it to run. Yes, Mace. I don't know why I said yes, Mace, like yes, Queen, but whatever. There. Nice. Such a good pigeon. More tea. I feel like since I've stopped going out and seeing people, my throat always gets sore partway through streams from all of the talking it's not used to. it's suddenly weird to be talking for 3 hours straight. Oh, and then we run into the but how hands problem. Ah, it's fine. The thing I maintain I do not have to explain. Let's just keep making layers, why not? Sparklefish says I sang 2 songs on the radio and my throat got sore. Yeah, it's weird, right? Like, it's not usual for, like, my voice to start being scratchy, like, halfway through the stream. But I don't speak out loud to humans anymore. Like, I text them instead. Oh, Angela's Folly has reminded me that I created bird wings that do not explain. Oh, could stick a couple of claws. Yeah, we could figure something out. Maybe add some like bat finger thing. I don't know. Yep, still saved. The file is still saved. No worries. I say no worries. I mean, you know, fewer worries. How are we? We're stepping kind of forward, so actually... Actually, I've done the motion on this wrong. Should kind of be going like that. Oh, let's continue to have some fun little loop bits, shall we? I used to really dislike drawing clothing, but I think possibly just as a reaction for having to do drapery studies. Now I'm always like, I need to prove that I can do drapery. Give me the chance to do drapery. Let me show you what I have learned. I think it's why I like dressing up the little ceramic quail. Is to prove I understand drapery. Okay, if you were holding a mace with a wing that wasn't really a hand. Ooh, you know what? Pinky out. How about that? Yes, pinky out. And then, yep, back to that layer. Ah, yes, we had our little scroll here. Because carrier pigeons were mentioned. And that idea was funny. So I included it. bird toes. Specifically pigeon toes. I draw more bird feet than I would have ever predicted in life. Oh, you're new. I just loaded you, MusicBot. Why are you crashing on me? Oh, let's see. Angela's Folly has quote, threatened me that if they start backing Patreon, it'll be a grasshopper mouse barbarian. Grasshopper mice are horrifying, just like shrikes. At least, oh no, those are elephant shrews, I think, not grasshopper mice. Elephant shrews are terrifying. I don't know, there's a small animal that's terrifying and screams. And I forget what it is, but I think it might be an elephant shrew. Anyway, at least MusicBot opened again, so that's fine. I suppose now is probably a good time to point out to anyone who is thinking of joining the Patreon that that if you request anthropomorphized animals, what you will get is something like this, where it's just the animal and I don't explain, but now it has hands. Like I don't really change the form of the animals at all when I do anthropomorphized animals. I just have them holding weapons. Maybe it is grasshopper mice then that are the horrifying ones that I was thinking of. Okay, you know what? This leg is still, it does not work. It hasn't worked this whole time. And I've been politely ignoring it, and now I'm gonna have to fix it. There we go. Fixed it. Did I fix it? Maybe not. Nope, I didn't. No. There we go. For now, we will say that this has fixed it. And hope for the best. Okay, yes. Sparklefish says grasshopper mice are also scorpion mice because they hunt and eat scorpions, and that is the one I was thinking of. So yes, grasshopper mice. Good. My brain gave me the right answer to the question. Good to know. Anyway, if you join the patron, if you join as a patron, if you join the Patreon at the $5 level, you can make me draw a grasshopper mouse barbarian. For some reference to things that patrons have made me draw, let's see. Let's find some of the really good horrifying ones. There are, let's see, 2 Lovecraft monsters. Let's find the Lovecraft monsters. I say Lovecraft monsters. Charming horrors. Why are you so small? Okay, so we've got Quailthulu and I forget. I keep wanting to say Goat Nagath, but I think that that's not right. I don't know. A horrifying goat and Quailthulu. So. So, you know. It's not, yeah, it does, I did use Slipnir as Slipnir. I did use the Norse multi-legged horse as a thank you, Artcraft, for making sure that the auto moderation doesn't get mad at you. So let's say Godarath is how we'll say it. Godarath. And Quel'Thelu. So I'm just to point out that oh, here's a good one. I think this might have been Artcraft's fault. The Camelosiraptor. Apparently, I'm willing to let you just name animals that I have to squish together. Godarath, yeah, Godarath. Other patron requests. Here's a patron request that was very calming and not at all horrifying. It's a Belgian draft horse. Just draw a Belgian draft horse. I will always draw you a horse. If you want me to draw you a horse, I will draw a horse. I like horses. Yeah, Artcraft is right, to be fair, given what we know about good old HP Lovecraft. It's probably not a coincidence the name sets off the moderator. Yep, that's true. Other wholesome patron requests include this flock of good sheep. And, and this questionable unicorn. So, you can make demands. And I will carry them out. Oh, this is the, if you weren't here for previous streams, this is the unicorn and baby goats request that I was talking about before. That got to be just a whole stream because I was so charmed by the whole idea. Also, possibly because they might be scientists, just sent me photos of baby goats. Just a bunch of baby goat photos. Artcraft says, ah yes, the Camelosiraptor was my fault and I regret nothing. Fair. So, sometimes I'll post a thing in the Patreon page, just asking for requests for a season, and sometimes I'll do a live thing where I have people think of things as I'm going, which is how you get things like the Camelosiraptor, because when people don't have time to think and debate their choices, they go for entertainment value. But yeah, baby goats are just a joy to draw in general. They're all the best. They're all the best bits about like agile goats and like tiny babies. They're just the best. So yeah, there are some things that's easy to get me to draw. One of those things is baby goats. One of those things is horses. One of those things is bird D&D. It's pretty easy to convince me to draw bird D&D. So that's basically it. I feel like that's, I'll tidy the mace up in a second, in case I have regrets later. Let's move on to our Shrike. Our Shrike necromancer. I need to reopen my Shrike reference. Where did it go? There it is. That was the Great Grey Shrike is the one that I was using. Good. It's true. We have a sheep guana. We have a sheep guana and a diametric. The diametric goat is not my fault. And the cannon velociraptor is just the nice logical step. Fair enough. Oh, let's see. They've got a stabby beak because they are little stabby birds. So let's make sure that that works. There. Then, not quite that hard. A turn. Ah yes, thank everyone who pitched in and helped us get all of our tier 1 emotes unlocked. Because that is joy. Ah. Sparklefish used the excellent Pride Rainbow Bucket. My heart Pride Rainbow Bucket paint, which is sort of perfect. Perfect use of that. The pride emotes were really good this year. And I don't know, I usually do kind of like bird pupils, but this is a necromancer. This is all darkness. And the robes, which probably end up making mostly black anyway. Oh, Angela's Folly completed the Pride collection this year. I've got my favorite. I did not complete it, but I did get the only one that I feel matters. Which is, you know, feels correct. Right. I chose to draw a lot of bird skulls this time, I see. That's a thing that happened. That's fine. I accept my choices. Okay. Oh no, there's like inside stuff. That is bird wearing a bird skull Valkyrie, yes. It is. How does the inside... Okay. There's like a... That. We'll go with... Hang on. It's in the other... Skull is here, and then there's this... it's complicated. It's fine. We'll say it's that. No one can correct me. You don't know what they've done to this skull. They could have changed it. I don't know. You don't know what horrors they've wrought. Could be anything, really. Okay. Oh, hey, look, I never really figured out how that rope goes around that wing, did I? Just didn't draw that. Just didn't seem necessary, huh? Well past self. Sarah of roughly 30 minutes ago. This is a necromancer. You are correct. They might be scientists. Sparklefish says it's fake to make it look intimidating. Yes, it's just a fake skull. Yeah, I mean all bird clothes are basically sleeveless, unless you're being real fancy. Because, you know, this is a bit much. Just gonna, oh, no, just stop, just that, move just that, thank you. Just put that there. Just slim him down some. The sleeveless necromancy robes. You know what? It occurs to me that there shouldn't be a lower jaw on your decorative hanging bird skull. Like, how's that on there? There we go. Fixed. Oh man, my voice is really going. It's a good thing that all I'm going to do for the rest of today is basically play Ghost of Tsushima on the PS4. It's going to be my evening. The game Ghost singular, I believe, of Tsushima. So it's fun so far. It's basically a Kurosawa film as a video game. There we go. Spellcasting. Ah, yes, and a belt of thorn things, because of course I did, because it was a visually exciting idea that I did not yet have to accomplish with any skill. Cool. Such dangerous choices. Oh. Put that back. This has to go in front. Gotta weave them properly. Or history has taught me that you notice. That when I break my patterns, chat knows. Sarah, roughly 30 minutes ago, was so ambitious. Yeah, basically. It's, to be fair, it's a common sort of sketch, habit. Is to sort of just doodle a thing on and be like, I know what that will look like. So I don't have to put thought or time into it yet. And then you reach the point when you do have to put thought and time into it, and you're like, oh, I did that, didn't I? That was a choice I made. No going back now. And, you know. And it was easy to draw, but there was a lot of it. Like thorn vines. Like necromancy thorn vines. Here. In this particular case. Valkyrie, this is the Mr. Natural brush. There's a voice for the Mr. Natural brush and everything. Mr. Natural. Is there a story behind it? No, that's the voice I made when I first used it on stream. I don't know why. Oh, I need an angle for this. Sorry for the spinning, everyone. Gotta get the right angle on the tail. Mr. Natural. I like it because it's got the grain, which is why I use it so frequently. Because it has that hard grain like a pencil or like a charcoal pencil. Or like a brush on well, none of that worked. Turns out. Should have drawn a foot. It's got that nice grainy. Natural vibe. Apparently my Mr. Natural voice reminds they might be scientists of Coach from Homestar Runner, which I do not recall. Which is fair. It's kind of a Midwestern voice, I guess. I think. Mr. Natural. I don't really, still not entirely sure where it came from, to be frank. I don't really know why I started doing it, or what. What started that? What motivated the first instance? But it stuck. So. Oh no. The new Seattle Kraken's logo looks like Trogdor the Burninator sans arms. Oh my. I am unfamiliar with the Seattle Kraken's logo. I will Google it later, however. What sport is Kraken? Asks Mitchie UK. And I too was unsure. Hockey, it turns out, is the sport of Krakens. Which, to be fair, makes a certain amount of sense. Just gonna save again. Have I put more time into these vines than I have into the clothing of both birds? Absolutely. Do I still have to draw a full bird skeleton like a fool? Yes. Do we definitely have time to do that? Of course we do. I didn't start until 3:30 because it's actually really hard to review an animatic when your computer crashes every time you try and play it. Soon. Soon, new laptop. Soon. I mean, it's a nice vine with spikes. I don't regret it. Release the Kraken jokes are too numerous to count. Ah, yes. Good, good. Okay. Oh, okay, my bad choice is coming home to roost. Let's put the details in place on this bird skeleton. Yeah, that's right. I made a coming home to roost joke about a bird skeleton. What you gonna do about it? Ah, Sparklefish is a Kraken's fan, apparently. Yes, and then I have to wrap more vines around the skeleton. Yes, that's right. I've made questionable life choices as regards to drawing bird necromancy. But I mean, look. It just, we had a cleric and a necromancer like all lined up, and it felt like we needed a good battle, and like the best kind of necromancy cleric battle is like the risen dead and then turn undead. Like, it's perfect. Thing that's made. So I thought that you thought Christmas lights around the skeleton would be darn funny. No, I've magnificent life choices that never resemble hubris. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I can just draw a bird skeleton half from memory. Why would I not be able to do that? friends, we're gonna suggest a spine. Like, it's not gonna be a monument to the detail of bird spines. I'm not prepared to do an in-depth study of bird vertebrae. It's just it's gonna get all wobbly from here. Thanks for coming to the art stream, Angela's Folly. To be fair, you're not heading out early. I'm staying late. Tiermas has corrected Munchausen to Harryhausen at long last, which means everything makes slightly more sense. My cleric is very scared of zombies, as they might be scientists. Oh dear. Okay. This bone kind of does a thing. And then this is the wishbone, in case you're curious. It's that bone that you pull apart for good luck. How horrifying is that in this context? All right, bird wing. This bone does a thing. Quote of the year. And then this is kind of like your arm bone, where it's like the radius and the ulna, but for bird wings. And then like I genuinely don't know what's going on up here. So I'm gonna like create a fake hand. I'm gonna pretend that anything that I'm doing here makes sense. Because bird hands. You know, bird hands. Oh no. I've done this incorrectly. You're the front wing. I mean, same description. Just I wasn't paying attention to where they connected, it turns out. And there's still bird spine. Okay, then there's a little sort of bird pelvis thing going on here. Bird spine, bird tailbone, I guess. Jazz hands. The bone. This bone's connected to the other bone, and this bone's connected to the wing bone, and this bone's invented for the fingers. Coccyx bone. Well. Good to know. I'm just inventing bird hands now. that's probably horrifying looking, and I'm fine with it. Ah, sorry. Coccyx and humans. Pygo style? In, shambling bird skeletons? Goes on top. Okay. Oh no, not revisions. Hate revisions. Okay. Getting there, getting there, getting there. Suffering for my hubris. How many ribs do birds have? I don't know. This many is how they have now. Maybe some are missing. I don't know. It's an old skeleton. Oh, you can see the other side. Gonna have to do both sides of the. Oh, this is a mess. This is a hot mess of confusing lines. It's fine. It's fine. It'll all work out in the end. I say. Breastbone. Making strong breastbone visual choices, regardless of how the breastbone actually works. That's what's happening now. Sure. And great. It was an approximation of a bird. It's an interpretive bird skeleton. It's very like a bird. Oh. Switched sides. There we go. Good. Good, good. Bird, oh no, bird feet. Bird feet are just gonna look like bird feet, is what's gonna happen here. Like knobblier, scarier bird feet. I don't know how to... This feels like it should be short. And like these should be longer. Yeah, like that. Better. Oh, right, and then I made this one all like all zombie like wobbly. That's right. I remember now. Good. Good, good. And then there. Okay. Have I sketched all of the things? Or yeah, there we go. Now too tidy. Mace needs to be underneath the wig. And then cleaning up the overlap. There we go. Now you're all in one layer like I'm. Such hubris. Oh, such hubris. Toe fall underneath. Haha, that would have been good, but no. Let's get Where's my other favorite brush? There it is. Rough, dry, big fun. That's right. And I guess this is pretty much also black. We'll try and go real small. See if we can't. Kind of lose the expression now. So I might leave it. We'll see. Now what to do about this cloak, which should clearly be dark, but again, I think if I don't want to ink too much. I don't want to ink away too much detail is the problem. So maybe sort of like I did with the starlings, where it's like dip dyed basically. Oh no, failing to trace my own outline here. There we go. It's okay-ish. We'll get that. Nope. 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 Okay. fading it in to the bottom. We want it to be black down at the very bottom. Extra dark, and then nope. And lightly dry brush down into it. Kind of get this fade. Too hard. Yeah, we're not going to color them today, so mostly I've been just doing the black and white for Bird D&D. Michiyuke suggested or dark purple maybe. That's the trick, is that I'm basically leaving these, at least for the moment, as black and white ink drawings. So, trying to find a way to communicate dark robes without tidy that up. There we go. To communicate the dark robes without, it's kind of fun, without ruining the detail on the ink work. You know. Want things to appear sinister, but you don't want to hide all the good bone details. So I am gonna go in basically creating shadows. And hope that that does the job. Feeling pretty good about it, to be fair. Feel like it's working. Just want sort of the dark light comparison between this and our pretzel cleric. You know. Oh no, turned off a layer. There we go. It's back. Because one should feel dark and one should feel light. That's just... it's just how it works. Good. So... oh, well, let's just give ourselves a bit of a ground plane to work on here. You know, just a little bit of a suggestion of surface. There we go. All right. I think that we're pretty on target here to wrap up. Let's actually do one more. I think, want to have just a little bit of that same shadow on the handle here. Just to break it up a little bit. It's just a little bit. And set it to white accidentally. There we go. Just to highlight that. Make it stand out a little bit. Ah, the pretzels. Thank you, Mitchie UK. I'm glad that you enjoy it. The pretzels are pretty hilarious. Let's just take a moment to gaze upon the close-up glory of the pretzel cleric theming. Amulet, embroidered tabard, and carefully not worked belt of the holy order of the pretzel. The salt dazzled amulet, the gluten cleric. Yes, this is the holy order of the pretzel. Look at that! Look at that good pigeon. He's so happy to do his cleric job. Over here we have the shrike of necromancy. Raising the dead. Actually, you know what? Let's hang on. While we were doing the ground, I have an idea. We're still in the ground layer. Where did I put the ground layer? Does anyone know where I put the ground layer? On top, of course. I think we need to make it seem like it's just risen. There, that's better. It's risen from the ground. Excellent. So let's save that. Take the end cap screenshot for Twitter. Bolting and revolting. Oh no. Oh no. Yes, raising from the depths. There we go. So it's coming up on 6:30. It's been our 3-hour time together. It is almost at an end. It's okay, Arcraft, that you kept nodding off. Auntie Shepherd definitely joins this stream and partway through falls asleep. That every Friday. So it's an accepted thing. You can listen to me talk while you fall asleep. That's okay. Salt the ground has new meaning. It's going to be salted. Salting the ground has new meaning. I mean, in a weird way, it's kind of the same meaning. You salt the earth when you need to destroy it for good. It's 2:30 a.m. from Mitchie UK. They regret nothing. Well, I'm glad that you do not regret staying up till 2:30 a.m. and that this was fun. Usually we wrap it around your 2 a.m., my 6 p.m., but we started late today because nothing was working for me. So when we start late, we try and go late to get the whole 3 hours in. Figment's Maid says these streams are relaxing in a very good way, even with bird zombies attacking. It's a special kind of stream that can make bird zombies relaxing. Let's just chill and draw some birds rising from the dead. It's fun. It'll be nice and calm. And it will. I hope everyone had a good time. I hope that you are pleased with your Church of the Salty Pretzel. I'm glad you stopped by Two Sparklefish. I hope that you come again. Join us in chat. To everyone who is lurking, you're always welcome to join us in chat. We're very nice. But it's okay if you just want to watch and not talk. That's always fine. If you ever don't want to talk and you just want to watch quietly, no judgment. Also, yeah, welcome people who have not been here before. Thanks for stopping in for the first time. It's always certainly fun to get new people, especially because then I can tell you the whole history of Bird D&D again. It gives me an excuse to pull out all the old drawings. It's always good fun. So yeah, glad that you enjoyed it. I hope that you stop by again. I have a Patreon at Sarah with T. It's linked underneath the Twitch. You can join it if you want. $2 you get to see behind the scenes things that I don't post elsewhere, like maybe I'll color Bird D&D. $5 will get you sketch requests, which we talked about earlier. Just tell me what to draw. I mean, you can sort of tell me what to draw anyway, but I try not to say no to sketch requests. And $10, I will mail you a quarterly print in the mail. Little 5x7 print mailed to you 4 times a year, because that's what quarterly means. Now my voice is starting to go. Chat is so much better at this than I am. It's a little worrying. Also, Chat has reminded me to tell you that due to laptop problems, my regularly scheduled Monday stream may not happen on Monday, because streaming tends to make my laptop more unstable for about a day and a half, and I have work to do. I will update you for sure Sunday and let you know whether there will be a Monday stream or not. There will always be a Friday tea time stream. The computer can crash all weekend and nobody minds. On the next week, you should have a brand new laptop and it will never be a problem again. We may augurate the augurate, that's not a word. I don't know what I was going for there. Inaugurate, that's what I was going for. Inaugurate the brand new laptop with a gaming stream next Friday, which I don't usually do on Fridays, but there are some games that I've never gotten to see at full resolution because this computer could not deal. So we might go back to Subnautica for a day just to see what it looks like when it doesn't lag on the stream. So that's all the business, I believe. I think. I will see you on Twitter, or Monday, or failing both of those things, next Friday for Friday tea time. Hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Thanks for being an amazing chat as always. Being kind, being lovely, and being creative. Continue to do so offline. And have a great night. Bye.